want today to make an apology, and I want to say sorry to anybody that I offended when I launched my course, Spanish School for SLPs. The course is currently closed to enrollment. It was closed right after I opened it. Now, I had a discussion with somebody who messaged me and let me know some of the problematic parts of putting together this course. One of the big things I want to be very clear about is that the course will not give you fluency to the point that you be able to do any kind of bilingual assessment. And I really want to be sure that it's clear that if you do get a referral for a bilingual student, that you make a referral, you reach out to your resources, whether it's an interpreter to come and help you perform that evaluation, or it's looking to find a bilingual speech pathologist. I also want to talk a little bit about some of the contents of the course. I had a script in it for running an IEP meeting and also a voicemail script. This person who talked to me helped me understand that even though they look like good steps, it can lead to a breakdown in communication. For example, if you do leave a voicemail in Spanish and then a family tries to connect with the school and needs somebody to speak Spanish to them and they realize that they cannot then continue that conversation, it could lead to a breakdown in communication. And something I did not fully understand until I had this conversation is that people of color distrust sometimes the school system and sometimes white people. And so if you start a conversation and then you can't continue it, it could lead to even more distrust from the side of the family. And I definitely don't want that to happen. It gave me a lot to think about, this discussion I had. And essentially how I learned Spanish is that I learned Spanish in the classroom. And I have a passion for Spanish just like other bilingual speech pathologists. The difference between me and a native Spanish speaker versus me, a non-native Spanish speaker, is that they had language and culture embedded in their life and taught together. Whereas I went to school and started learning Spanish. When I put out the course and it says Spanish School for SLPs, there's a feeling there that potentially people who are native Spanish speakers could be offended by the whole concept of the course. And so I am truly sorry to anybody that is offended by the course. I am going to be reimagining this course in a different way because I do not want anybody to feel like this is the way to learn Spanish, because it's obviously not. In fact, as I put together in the pages that I've written, immersion is the absolute best way to learn how to speak Spanish. If you can grow up in a family where somebody speaks Spanish and English or whatever languages you speak, that is the way to learn it. Going to school like I did, learning Spanish after my critical period, it certainly does put me at a disadvantage. However, I would like to state that I have a passion for bilingual families and working with bilingual students. I love Spanish. As soon as I got exposed to it, I loved it, and I literally didn't stop. Like, just as soon as I started, I jumped right in, starting in junior high, and I continued through to a Spanish major. I was taught in a formal classroom setting, which is not ideal. What I was trying to do, and most of you maybe don't need to hear this part, but I wanted to make a larger impact because I hear from speech pathologists saying things like, I wish I'd kept up with my Spanish studies. I wish I'd spoken more Spanish when I had the chance. I wish I'd taken Spanish instead of French. Kind of similar kind of comments that I've gotten over the years. If you were offended by my publishing the course, I just want to say again, I'm really sorry. And I want to thank the woman who reached out to me and said, let's have a conversation. And it was a really valuable conversation. And I think we both connected as speech pathologists and as human beings. And we had a really nice talk. It was really meaningful. I really appreciate that because I don't know everything and I don't know what's going on inside of somebody's brain. I only know what I can see from my own viewpoint. So her ability to articulate everything really impacted me, and I really valued that discussion we had. I hope that makes it clear. The course is currently closed to enrollment. It was closed right after I opened it. Current course members, I will continue to support you in learning Spanish on the inside of the course. I don't have a timeline to open the course because I really need to make sure I get it right. That involves most likely changing the name of the course. I am going to be going through everything in the course and also adding more content for the people who did purchase the course, making sure that they get everything they need from me as the course creator. Kind of all of that to say, I guess that's all I have to say. And I just want to say thank you. Now, not only do I understand, but I can share that knowledge with others. And I think that will bring us to a better place of understanding. So anyway, that's it for now. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any more questions or concerns. My email, I will type it in right here. Thank you.